Right.
Like my finger pains every now and then.
Yeah. It's the angle on which it bends back.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Cool. Yeah, I saw your stuff. So yeah,
Oh.
all good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
I was on a commission when he came the first time. I denied, here denied, before it came out. Disappointed. So
Yeah.
now he's cutting back. We still need the variance.
What is it?
You still need the variance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So coming in about next week. What happened to Gary's knee?
He had an operation.
Knee replacement?
Gary, did you have a knee replacement?
You did? Oh, you're going in for it. There you go. Yeah. No. My daughter just had her third knee surgery. She's only 17. Two ACLs and a meniscus, yeah. Bone on bone? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You're, yeah. No. Who's doing your procedure? Okay, yeah. Oh, does it? Yeah. Yeah, for knee replacement, yeah. Well, good. No. Yeah, we used Ravlin, who's a good friend of mine, for the first two. And then on this last one, we went down to Dr. Neil Elatrosh. He's the same guy that did Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, Shohei Ohtani. He does all the big names in LA. And it's been tremendous. Yeah. Okay. Echo, yeah. Yeah. Here? Yeah, Meckle, yeah.
Yeah, and it turns green.
Live,
Yeah,
not live.
sure, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get it, you feel a lot better.
On and off.
Oh, and then
You're over there. Yeah. 30. Okay. You built, there we go.
I was thinking, I thought. It says,
Good run. Great run.
I think, other than one of the secretaries, which is long on. Probably the longest.
Ready? Oh, yeah. Hey, good to see you.
Not according to real time, not according to a correct clock. I'd like to call to order the November 12th, 2025 meeting of the Delaware Oaks Planning Commission. Can I get a roll call, please? Maybe not.
Commissioner Krieger,
Here?
Commissioner Geckel,
here.
Commissioner Bottom,
Here.
Commissioner
Here.
Commissioner Bocci,
Here?
Vice Chair Wood,
Here.
Chair Hayward.
Here. And I'd like for everybody to follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, consent agenda.
Consent agenda. Any changes? Comments?
Make a motion, we accept the consent agenda as presented.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're now open for a public comment. Anyone wishing to address the commission on matters not appearing on the agenda may do so now. The public may comment on any other matters listed on the agenda at the time the matter is being considered by the commission. There will be a time limit of not more than 3 minutes for each speaker. No action will be taken by the commission on matters brought up under this item, and all comments will be referred to staff. Do we have any public comments? We're in public comment. You have 3 minutes, and it has to be on something that's Pub- public comment. You have 3 minutes, and it's got to be something that's. Okay, seeing none. Close public comment. Reports, building activity report. Anybody have questions, comments? Seeing none. Okay, no vote required. Old business. There is none. New business. Applicant Ryan Sanchez, ARC 25 to consider ARC 25-02 and variance 25-01 for 827 Portola Drive. Request architectural review to add 82 square feet to the south elevation at the front. And also he is going into the setback by 5 feet. So that's to be considered too on the variance. Do we have any conflict of interest? So would the applicant like to speak to the project?
Ryan Sanchez. Yeah, so this project, this is a front expansion to the room, approximately 82 square feet. The original application had it going out about 10 feet. Now it's brought back to 5 feet. Modest addition. We have 2 rooms in the back that we share with our teenage daughters. So it's a Jack and Jill bathroom with 2 bedrooms in the back of the house. The only consideration for expansion would be in the front. If we go out the back, we're still in the same predicament we're in, sharing a bathroom with our kids. So the variance is asking for a 5-foot expansion to the front, south facing.
Okay, thank you for that. Let's go to the commissioners for questions and for clarifications only. No comments at this time. And I'd also like to point out that we're going to handle this in 2 motions. We're going to handle the variance first, and then the architectural review second.
So the variance first and then what?
Then the architectural review second.
And architectural review second. Okay, the
Oh.
variance being the 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commissioner Krieger.
Right, just to clarify, so it's a 5-foot extension. Is that 5 feet into the setback?
Correct.
So the house currently is sitting right on the setback line?
Correct, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you.
Commissioner Gatzold.
No real questions. I went by it today. It looks like it's well planned and
Thank you.
it seems that it is needed from what I've read. So no questions.
Commissioner Amati.
No questions.
Commissioner Machi.
Actually, I did have a question. I was checking
Sure.
out the plans. I did find the answer to it. I think on the first page, the architect wrote you were adding 144 square feet, but then you answered my question. You're only adding 82 square feet.
And I did read through the notes and I did see that the neighbor next door actually has come out further than you're planning to. So I don't see why it would be an issue for you to come out the 82 square feet. 'Cause you're still behind her. You know what I mean?
In line.
In line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
To her front living space.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think it, yeah,
Thank
looks good to me.
Okay, Commissioner Panay.
So you're in line with the area that's not the porch, right? The house.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's two lines there, and so I was looking into that as well. I
Yeah.
drove by. I too thinks it would look fine, partially because it's not getting higher than
Correct.
first level. And driving around Delray Oaks, you can see that a number of people have had or within the 20 feet. So that they're just a little bit closer to the street than 20 feet would be. So it's not the first time this is requested. I did have questions about, so I saw that there's 4 bedrooms and you have
Correct.
2 kids. And so
Yeah.
which bedrooms are your kids?
Yes. So the back bedrooms, you see the Jack and Jill bathroom that's attached.
Yes, that's by the family room.
Correct. Yes. So the bedroom, I think it's labeled as 3. Well, my eyes are getting bad. Anyway, the one's closest to the front, my kids stay there. My wife and I are in the one that is closest to the backyard. And
I see. So you're in bedroom 4.
that's right. So my wife and I want to relocate to the front bedroom. The kids would take the back 2. The other bedroom 3 is, I mean, it's a very small room. It doesn't even have a closet. Actually has a coat closet, and that is a converted home office. That's where I work out of.
So the front bedroom would become your bedroom.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the home, and then there's a bathroom, and then there's a bedroom next to the front bedroom,
Correct.
and that is where your office is.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would make it so that you wouldn't have to share a bathroom like in the back.
That's correct. Yeah. And it would also, so I currently have all of my clothes in the front bedroom because we don't have any closet space. My wife operates out of the bedroom we sleep in. Really, this expansion would give us just enough closet space to coexist, open up the closet space for my kids. They have their own separate areas, but with 5 feet and I mean, that's pretty much what we're asking for is closet space.
Yeah, and I can see that it's currently missing. It's pretty obvious that it's currently missing. And as kids grow, they start needing more of that space. So I get
For
that.
sure.
Okay, so that was one of my questions. What else did I have here? Yeah, I was looking at the measurements. And again, like my colleague said a minute ago, sometimes you're not sure if it's just a small inconsistency or what. But when on the plan where it says, I'm seeing, are you already in the setback a little bit?
No, we're right on it. Yeah. So
It says 14.9, and so I'm thinking, oh, that's after the 5 feet.
that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. It's after the 5. So yeah. I get that. The ridges look good too, the way you arranged that. I thought it was.
Yeah. So aesthetically, the house will remain exactly the same. The only update where you could see on, I think the 3rd page is the window detail would be a little bit different. It'd be a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Since the expansion would be a little bit wider, but that was the only change.
Yeah, but given the way your facade is already lined up, I think it actually looks better with a slightly larger window. It
Sure.
balances against the
Yeah.
the parking's the garage
Yep.
door, which is fairly large in terms of opening visually, but
Yes.
that's just my opinion.
Right.
That's just
Right.
truly right.
Well, yeah,
Um,
I agree. Yeah.
No, I think it looks good. I do. This made me think through the fact that we have different people that are beyond the 20 feet setback already. Made me think through, should we review that setback, regulation for our own sake? Because I mean, that is independent of your project, but yeah. So I think that's something that would behoove us to agendize, to look at as, an item. And I don't know how far we want to go with that, but so that's just my personal take on this, but that's it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah. I would add too, we're still pretty far from the street, which is
Yeah,
nice, right? We're not
Yeah.
sitting on it right on top of it.
Indeed.
So
Thank you.
Commissioner Wood?
No, no questions.
thank you.
And I have no questions, so we'll go out to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak to this can do so now. No more than 3 minutes.
Sure.
Good evening. Everybody knows my name, but for the record, George Chex, 1130 Rosita Road. I apologize for reading this off because at my age, I lose track of my thoughts, and that happens frequently. So I was on the commission when this first came to us, and it was declined because there was no hardship on the property. But Gary and I approved it, and unfortunately, I didn't think about it or forgot about telling everybody that the reason for why Ryan wanted this particular expansion was that he didn't want to share a bathroom with one of the children because the hardship on the property, would be adding on to another children's bathroom or room to share with another daughter. And I know if you guys have any children, I'm sure you wouldn't want to share a bathroom with your children. A good friend of mine was a policeman, and he went by the spirit of the law rather than the letter of the law. You know, you cut your finger off and you're going to the hospital at 90 miles an hour. There's a reason why you're going there that fast. You're breaking the law, but there was a good reason for it. So I always go by the spirit of the law rather than the letter of the law, although in some cases we have to follow the letter of the law. And so in my opinion, because of the problem that he had with his piece of property, I wish it would have gotten approved at that time rather than shrinking it down to where he's at now. And not, like I said, not all variances should be approved because somebody just wants it. But in this case, I think the spirit of the law will override the letter of the law. And as you can imagine, I do approve of the applications that sits. I wish it would have gone through the first time. And I hope the commission considers spirit of the law the next time something like this comes up rather than following the letter of the law. Thank you.
Thanks, George. Anybody else? Mary?
Do I say it right? Mary Trucks says 833, Portola. I love you. I think I'm going to put you on my Christmas card list. I do think the city needs to reevaluate a lot of the rules that are in place, especially when he was denied the first time, because it doesn't match today's living style with families and multi-generational families and furniture. I really hope you approve this, even though I'm with George. The first one should have been approved. You know why? Because he would actually get a bathroom larger than a closet. And all this is going to get him is a larger closet. They'll still be able to walk around the bedroom, but it would have been nice if it was out a little bit further so they actually had a real master bedroom with a real bathroom in the event, hope you never leave. But if he moves and they sell it, that's the first thing couples do. They want to see the master bathroom and the master bedroom. He's not going to get that. He's just going to get a bigger closet. It'll be a nice closet, but anyway, I really hope you do approve this. And I hope everybody heeds what your suggestion is. I think it's going to be necessary. Thank you.
Okay, any more public comment? Okay, seeing none, we'll close public comment. Comments from commissioners. Commissioner Krieger.
Excuse me. All right, so I'm sort of in line with George and Mary. I tend to take a more kind of a holistic view of the setbacks. So what's the purpose? Why are we doing it? And there's preserving line of sight for obvious reasons on the road, emergency vehicle access, character of the neighborhood. There's good reasons for having setbacks. There's a reason they have them. Celine might be correct. Maybe it's something we need to review. Ours are, I don't know how old, but we got some crazy. We've all seen the maps. We got some crazy setbacks and property lines through the city because it's so old. But just looking at this one particular case, I'm inclined to, again, I was okay with the first one, and this one's smaller. I don't see it as impinging really into anyone else's property. It's not a safety issue. You take them on a case by case basis, and I don't really see a negative side to this other than it's, violating the rule. But when I look at what the impact is, to me, it's acceptable, and I'm willing to approve this one just to let them make the good use of their property and for their family. But that's pretty much where I'm at on it.
Okay, Commissioner Getzel.
I think this guy next to me. Thank you. I think Gary has pretty much covered all my opinion. It's I think for the quality of life that we have, that we expect to live today with our families, it's very important to the family, and I think it's the right thing to do.
Commissioner Amati.
Thank you. So I'm here as a commissioner, not as a neighbor. If I was here as a neighbor, I would approve this immediately. But I'm here as a commissioner, and as a commissioner, I am responsible for following our current laws. Our current laws say that an approval of a variance must meet the 3 criterias. The first being that the land for some reason is very unusual, and because of that, we would look at that discretionarily. In this case, the land I don't feel is unusual. In fact, it's probably one of the most usual plots that we have in Delray Oaks. And so I also, though, agree with Celine and others that this is probably an issue that we need to look at globally. And if we find that it needs to be changed, that we should change it. In fact, there's multiple regulations that we have in our general plan that are very outdated and need to be updated. And I encourage our planning commission and our city council to address those issues so that we can be able to make different decisions than those that we are required to make per our responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Amati.
Yeah, I agree with Gary. I think this is a more of a unique situation, more of a living situation in today's current households. And Ryan doesn't have the adequate space for him and his family, and I would approve it. It's only 82 square feet. It's not a safety issue. Someone driving down the street doesn't have can't see around the corner and things of that nature. So I would definitely approve it because I know if I needed to do it because of a household situation, I had 3 kids, 2 kids, or whatever the situation may be, I would hope that someone on the planning commission would approve it for me.
Commissioner Panay.
Yes, I would approve it too, but I wouldn't have approved 10 feet, which came first. And the reason is that for me, what I would do is that I would line up the front door closer to the garage, aligned with the corridor there, and I would move the room out there to have your closet. So you could gain some extra room there, you see, and you would have a nice little courtyard in the front. But I don't necessarily see, for the same reason Anne was saying, with your land, that this is the only solution if you were going for 10 feet. But for 5 feet, and I understand there's costs in there, and moving a front door is a bigger investment, I guess. At the same time, having your door right next to your front door, next to your bedroom, your master bedroom, instead of near the kitchen, there's a functionality piece to that too. Anyway, my opinion. Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner Wood, turn on your microphone.
Yes, you are an architect, aren't you? Good idea. Yeah, the 10 feet was I thought was a little over the original variance request, but looks good.
Okay, and for me, as Ann said, yeah, we're given a set of rules that we have to follow. There's three criteria that we have to find to approve any variance. Variances are one of the hardest things we do. Whenever I hear about a variance coming up, it's like, you just don't want to do it because it's so subjective, and there could be just as many people for it as there are against it that aren't here. So we need to balance all of that stuff. I mean, you can make a strained interpretation of all of these things, and I actually, I actually think that some of these are poorly. They don't answer the question. But with I use my own strained interpretation to kind of see where you're coming from on this. These are the rules that we're given to follow. Like everybody says, if we need to look at the rules, we need to look at the rules. I think we all have hardships in our own properties. I know Mary did when she bought her house. My house is small. I bet everybody here's house it is, or at one time was, very small. So it's, you know, your house is not all that unusual. And those are the kinds of decisions we make when we buy houses. Okay, that's all I have to say. So I'll entertain a motion and then I'll request a second, and then we'll come back for discussion. Turn on your microphone.
I make a motion, we approve the request for variance and that it
As
it
submitted.
meets the requirements of both A, B, and C. Thank you.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. So let's come back for discussion. Commissioner Krieger, anything to add?
Nothing further to add.
Okay. Commissioner Getzel?
Nothing to add.
Commissioner Amati?
If I don't agree with the wording of the statement, is that where I would say that here, the wording of the motion?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, because in the motion, we're saying that we are saying that it meets all three criteria.
Mhm.
And I don't believe that it does. So is that where I would want to have the motion changed, or is that where I would just vote differently?
Vote differently, yeah.
Vote, thank you.
Then you can suggest a second motion after if you want.
Mhm.
Do you want to-
I could suggest,
If it doesn't pass.
if it doesn't pass.
yeah.
Mhm.
Commissioner Machi?
I'm with the first motion, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Commissioner Panay?
I'm with the first motion too.
Okay.
No comment.
Okay. All right, good then. Call for roll call vote, please.
Aye.
Commissioner Getzel,
Aye.
Commissioner Lottie,
Nay.
Commissioner Bennett,
Aye.
Commissioner Ritchie,
Aye.
Vice Chair.
Aye.
Aye. Say the motion moves. There's 25-day appeal period. So if you start work before that, you do at your own risk. So anyway, it passes. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's for the variance. What's the next?
That's great. Yes, I'm sorry. Yep. So now we'll consider architectural review.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we're going to come back for architectural review. So we're going to hear ARC 25-02, which is the same house. We don't have a lot here on the application, so I'm assuming that materials and colors to match.
Everything matches, yeah.
Okay.
Same material, outside of the windows, you know, change.
Okay. All right.
May I ask a question, Chair?
Yeah. Can you come up to the, if you'd like to talk to architectural review?
Not for him, but for you.
Oh.
For you. And my question is for the variance, we looked at these three rules here. And I like the way Commissioner Amadi just detailed that for us.
Yep.
I'm still fairly new, and I know my colleague here is also new. And so what are the rules I would follow for the approval of the architectural piece to this?
That's very subjective. That's a subjective piece.
That's just where the designer in me kicks in, okay?
So if you'd like to speak to the architectural piece,
Yeah, all the materials will be the same, same color, same roof, same style. Aesthetically, it'll be exactly the same as what the house is currently.
okay, good, thank you. Okay, go to the commission for questions. Commissioner Krieger,
No questions.
Commissioner Getzel,
No questions.
Commissioner Amati,
No questions.
Commissioner Machi,
No questions.
Commissioner Panay.
The slope stays the same in your, yes, I have a question. The slope stays the same in your new addition?
Correct.
I mean, then the rest, then the other slopes?
Yes.
Okay. That was my question.
Commissioner Wood?
None.
I have none. Okay, go to public comment on the architectural review piece. Okay, seeing none, coming back to closing public comment. Comment by commissioners. Commissioner Krieger,
No comment.
Commissioner Getzel,
No comment.
Commissioner Amati,
No comment.
Commissioner Machi,
No comment.
Commissioner Panay,
No comment?
Commissioner Wood.
No comment.
I have none either. Entertain a motion, and we'll come back for request a second.
Make a motion, we approve ARC number 25-02 as proposed.
Okay,
I second that.
okay, and come back for discussion. Any further discussion by anybody? No?
No.
Okay, seeing none. We'll take a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Krieger,
Aye.
Commissioner Getzel,
Aye.
Commissioner Amati,
Aye.
Commissioner Panay,
Aye.
Commissioner Machi,
Aye.
Commissioner Wood,
Aye.
Chair.
Aye. So again, passes unanimously, 25-day appeal period. So, okay, thank you. Next up, consider a policy recommendation to the city council on the allocation of additional water resources. And we're going to hear a presentation by our city manager, John Gurton.
Good evening. Based on how contentious water issues are, I expected a full house. This is the first time we have good news. So for those of you who've been here for a while, you're aware that the city hasn't had water to allocate since when, Karen? 1994 was the last time we had water to allocate. So with the, everybody's familiar with the Pure Water Monterey expansion program. So with that, we're getting recycled water. And so if you follow the water politics and water discussions that go on, and whether you subscribe to the numbers that are out there or don't, they are what they are. And so the Water Management District has determined that there's additional water now, thanks to the expansion, and they want us to use that water. We're still under the cease and desist order from the state, so we can't do any new meters as of yet, but we can do expanded service to anybody who has a meter. So initially in March of 2025, the Water Management District did an allocation with the available water based on what they thought the potential for using the water would be in each city. They looked at our general plans, at our housing elements, and some other stuff. And so initially we were granted 4 acre feet. Additionally, Denise Duffy and I went and fought with them and argued, and so we got an additional 2 acre feet from them. So we have 6 acre feet. So what does that mean? So for us, like I said, we can't add any new meters, which isn't really a big deal because realistically there's 1, maybe 2 parcels in the city that don't have meters that aren't currently owned by the city. So there's not a lot of demand for new meters. And there is something in the works. This is a little bit of a side, but there is something in the works from Water Management District to ask the state to modify the cease and desist order to allow new meters. I'm not really sure what their plan is. I'm not very optimistic that the state's going to want to work with them because my experience in working with the state is no is usually the go-to answer. But we'll see. Maybe they'll be influential. But they're going for basically, they're calling it a modification of the cease and desist. It's kind of a lift of the cease and desist order because they're just asking for unfettered access to let people see what the demand is and let people install new meters. You know, I don't know how the state's going to look on that. There's a lot of pent up need, as we all know, for housing and for other development. That doesn't mean it's going to happen fast. It doesn't mean that suddenly it's like turning on a faucet, pun intended, that suddenly everybody's going to come in and start asking. I don't think we're going to see as dramatic uptick in water usage just because there's water availability and there's credits. But we'll see. And we'll see if they get some sort of modification or lifting of the CDO, how that impacts people's ability to build new projects. There's other, for those of you who do projects, building projects in California and in the region, there's other hurdles other than water that make getting projects done difficult. So, but back to this water. This is 6 acre feet for our entire city, which is mostly built out. The only area that's not really built out is on the former Fort Ord property, and that's not impacted by the CDO because it's outside of the Cal-Am service area. It's Marina Coast water. So that's different. We're not talking about that property with this allocation. So what I have for you, I'm assuming everybody read the report and read the policy, is basically a policy to help me as people come in and get permits on what do we as a community see as the primary uses for this water availability. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, probably unlikely that we can even use a full 6 acre feet for projects in the city, but we're going to try. As I said in the staff report, we've all been told, we being all the different cities in Cal-Am service area, that the Water Management District is going to be tracking monthly and reporting to their board on usage of this allocation of water. And the cities that use the water will get more water if they run out. So they'll take it from the cities that aren't using it. Yeah. Yeah. So that being said, just for perspective, while you guys are thinking about how I've broken out the allocation in the policy, and it's not set in stone. I just kind of put numbers to it. If you guys have different ideas, I'd love to hear it. But I think in all those categories, there's probably enough water allocated for the uses that would be available to them. But for 6 acre feet, if we were just to use that, just say for ADUs, that's probably, and Laura and Karen, you can correct my math if I'm wrong, but I would say somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 to 90 ADUs we could build in the city with this additional water for 6 acre feet. And that's assuming all ADUs that need all new water. So, it's 6 acre feet would be, about 80 to 90 one bedroom apartment units, around 50 2-bedroom apartment units. So 6 acre feet goes a long way. And I don't really think that we would have that kind of capacity. So the way I broke it out is there's other opportunities. So ADUs, we have that in our housing element for an additional 20 ADUs. We've already had, since we did the housing element, 3 or 4 ADUs, right, already completed. And that's with currently existing water, not with additional water. We do have 1 or 2 applicants who are waiting in the wings for some additional water. We were actually the test case back in April because the Water Management District told us in March, hey, you've got this extra water. And so we immediately sent an applicant up there to go get their water. And then they said, whoa. Just because the letter said you have the water doesn't mean you can use the water. So they didn't have a plan yet for how they're going to do it. The expansion wasn't online. So they kind of put the cart before the horse on that. And we knew it and we wanted to test that. But it was good because it also showed them that we're serious, that we're going to start letting residents use the water for its intended purpose. So ADUs would be I think, a priority. Housing is a priority. And then after that, there's economic development opportunities in the city where I think the city and the city's revenue could potentially be impacted for the positive with some availability of water. With maybe getting another restaurant or something where people couldn't contemplate something like that before because water wasn't available. Now water is. So that's why I recommended allocation of a portion of it for economic development. For municipal uses, additional bathrooms. So we're going to have a new entryway to the Frog Pond. We have kind of a bathroom down there that Public Works uses down in the Public Works yard. There's opportunity now to put in maybe a public restroom down there and some parking. And so I'm talking with the new general manager of the Parks District about possibilities for doing something different with the north end of our Public Works yard. And really maximizing, the Frog Pond is a local gem and it's a local asset, and maximizing the use of that is a good thing for the community. And then the last thing would be for potential expansion of people's houses and, adding a bathroom or something like that. So those are the 4 categories that I could think of where water could be used. I may have missed 1 or 2. If you guys have other ideas, that's why we're having this conversation. So you've read my staff report and my proposed policy, but like I said, it's not set in stone. So if you guys have other ideas, let me know.
Okay.
No real questions. Water district sounds like flying in the Navy. Just use it or lose it. If you don't fly it, they're going to take it. So fly it. So let's use it. And I think what's laid out here is probably about as reasonable as anything. I think the main thing is like you mentioned, just kind of being flexible as we go along. And if something needs to be adjusted, we'll give you enough leeway to make the adjustment. But in general, yeah, people need water for ADUs. Let's do it. If we could certainly, if we can get something economic going, we've got some empty spaces out there. Yeah, let's get something going. Water helps. Let's give them water and let's make it happen. So, yeah, no real questions. It's good to see it. I'm less pessimistic than you. I think that the push for more housing will overcome the inertia, the normally just saying no, but I think there's a lot of pressure to say yes if we play the housing aspect of it. So
Yeah.
hopefully the district will get that done. Thank
I
you.
hope you're right. The landscape definitely has changed.
Yeah, it has.
Thank you, Commissioner Getzold.
I think this is great. And like Gary said, I too was in the military, and there's the use it or lose it when it comes to money and anything else. So they've already been pretty proactive about saying that if we don't use it, they'll find somebody else who can. I did have one question. It's not part of the policy per se, but would it be possible for the people who've already built ADUs and have metered it from their home, so to speak, so they don't have a separate meter, could they retroactively come back and ask for a meter for the ADU?
Not right now because of the CDO. We can't install
Okay.
new meters. Yeah.
But could we allocate those people more water?
More water.
Yeah, so Karen and I actually just talked about that this afternoon, that one of the paths toward getting an ADU is the Water Management District will work with applicants to upgrade their fixtures and make modifications in their current existing structure in order to free up water credits for the ADU. So I wouldn't necessarily want to approve additional water just so that somebody could go back to a low flow toilet. We want to encourage them using high efficiency toilets. It's low flow, is that right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, is that the right old terminology? But yeah, we want them to use the high or ultra high efficiency fixtures. But if they had to give up a bathroom so that they could have the ADU, yeah, certainly we would want them to be able to come back and apply.
You often end up,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Amati.
That was actually my question because I do know of a few that have had to give up a bathroom or a shower or whatever in order to put their ADU in. So
Yeah,
we
I
could,
think we've already been in contact with one of them.
oh, okay. Okay. And then just these 4 uses, and you're saying, well, first would be the ADUs. I'm assuming that if we had a request for a single family expansion of a remodel, that we wouldn't have to say, oh, no, wait, we want to see if we get any ADUs first, or if we get any economic development first before we approve
Right.
these.
Yeah, no, I didn't really contemplate that they would be in priority order in terms of issuing permits necessarily, just
Okay.
on how I allocated the water from the 6 acre feet.
I see,
And that's
okay.
why ADU's got the lion's
Okay.
share of it, yeah.
Okay, great.
So we could decide to put that in if you,
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But also in the policy, you see it says that then if we start getting low on one allocation, then I can come back to the city council and say, okay, well, we're not seeing need in this area, but we're seeing need in this area. Let's move some of the allocation over.
Yeah, because it's really
Yeah.
hard to know where this is going to start.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ADUs are going to be the first, and then I'm going to push some economic development opportunities that I see.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Machi.
Yeah, so I agree with what everyone's saying. I don't think there should be any priority with whether it's economic development, ADU, or single family residence, because we're not going to know what the need is, because kind of gonna we got to play it by ear. It's going to come as it comes, right? And I work with water management a lot, developing property, so I know that some people are still going to use Ordinance 98, which is a lot of homes here just have the single restroom, but if you have 2 bedrooms or more, you're obligated that second bathroom. So we wouldn't have to get into that 6 acre feet of water, which is good. Because I do know it takes 3.8 fixture credits to build a bathroom. That's with an ultra high efficiency toilet, etc. So yeah, this is a great thing. But yeah, I just think there should be no priority in regards of who gets what, right? Yeah.
Commissioner Panay.
Yes, I do have some questions if my colleagues don't mind bearing with my questioning.
That's why we're here.
Yes, you go. And I can always keep using forever the pretense that I'm newer, but I'm not that much newer anymore. Anyways, so I got a new dishwasher a while back, and I was able to save some water credits doing that. And I registered them with the city of Monterey. Where does that go? I mean, does that have anything, is that related? Why does that have to go to Monterey when we have ours? And I don't know the process. I don't understand. And they're saying that I could sell them. And whereas this said we can't sell water, so I don't get that piece. Can you tell
That's a
me?
good question. I don't know.
I think they mean if you sell the property, your fixture credits that you saved they stay with the property for an X amount of years.
I can't just like sell my credit for somebody else who needs them?
Like you couldn't just knock on my door and say, Vince, do you need water?
Yes,
Yeah, no.
I want that much
Yeah,
for it,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
But I could use it myself
You
if
could
I
use it
wanted to,
yourself, yes.
because it's on record.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
if I may, and
Yeah.
and if I'm correct, I think what I read in here is that jurisdictions can't sell water credits
Right,
between each
no,
other.
they used to.
Between each
City of
other.
Monterey used to all the time.
I see, but we could choose to sell the ones we have, to ask for water credits. We could
Right.
choose to ask
Can
for a
use
fee
them,
for that. Yeah,
we
okay.
can't sell them, yeah.
Okay.
And do you know why she would have to tell City of Monterey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have a piece of paper that says they have my credit.
Yeah, just water management, okay.
Just, yeah, because new fixtures are more efficient.
Mhm.
So automatically you get, yeah,
Mhm.
that's the whole point, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so then the piece that I think was the most important to me in here was trying to understand why this is not water we can use for the new development that we plan to have by Boundary Road. Because I understand the CDO, the cease and desist thing, yet, so until the CDO is modified, and there's some discussions going on about that, we can't have new water meters, and that will be new water metering in that area, correct? Yeah.
But that's also outside of Cal-Am's service area. That's going to be served by Marina Coast Water, so it's not under the cease and desist. So if and when we get development and get a developer to do development out there, we can put as many meters out there as we want.
Oh.
As long as Marina Coast Water has the water to supply.
I thought this was partially detained by water rights that we didn't have. Am I wrong?
So this is for the existing city as we are now. Everybody currently is in the Cal-Am service area, but the new property is outside of Cal-Am service area, and the cease and desist only pertains to Cal-Am and their overdraft of the Carmel River.
So, and the water they're giving us is only for within the limits of the city.
Yeah, well,
Okay, we can't
within the limits of
use it in
Cal-Am's
that
boundary.
area.
Right, yeah, we can't use it over there.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, okay. In that case, yeah, okay. Anything else? Where is that water from that they suddenly found?
So it's recycled wastewater. Yeah.
It's because of the new recycling stuff.
Pure Water Monterey expansion project, right?
Oh, that's good. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, but
Yeah. And yeah. And the good thing is we're not all using it right now, so it's going in to recharge the groundwater.
Goes back into the aquifer.
so I personally think it'd be more important to allow it for ADUs and economic developments. In terms of, whether or not we prioritize things.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. I mean, in residents like me, you can save money in other, you can save the water right money in other ways, and it's costly. But, for us, I'm developing low-income housing is important to me as, as a resident.
Okay.
as a-
Commissioner Wood.
Yeah.
Oh, so, thank you for getting that 2 extra feet and putting out the effort.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. Thank you
I
for the
throw
2
by
extra
Jeremy
feet.
all the time too.
2 extra acre feet there. And then so I was reading through this and I was like, oh, what if the allocations change? And I like how it's really a fluid document. So based on need, it's going to be easy to.
Fluid, get it?
Fluid.
Yeah.
I intended that.
Well, and our,
So-
we're
Yeah,
fortunate
so
because
it's-
we can do it in a policy, whereas other cities had to do it as an ordinance because they had water available in 1994 and
Mm-hmm.
some of their settlement agreements, they had to do ordinances. So it's a much more complicated process.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't see a different. I think what an opportunity for people to, it gives you much more flexibility for remodels. So yeah, what a nice perk.
Yeah, first time
That's
in
my
30
only
years, yeah.
I don't have any clarification. It's well put together and I thought well thought out. And I agree with all 4 of those areas that you're considering for
Right.
moving the water. Okay, so we'll go to public comment.
Come on, George.
Okay. Mike? Okay. All right, seeing no more public comment. Close public comment, comment from commissioners.
No, let's go use the water.
No.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
Long time coming. Thank you. Okay, entertain a motion.
So are we what are we,
It's just a
Here, I'll read the.
Right.
Read the, I'll
so
read
we're
the-
considering just,
Yeah.
we're not approving it. So
No.
how would the motion
So,
Just
the-
recommending it to
So
the
I'll-
council.
recommending it, right?
yeah, I'll read this, recommendation. The planning commission, recommends, that we agree with the policy recommendation as presented, and recommend it to the city council for, further approval.
So we're just recommending the policy for approval.
Yeah, to
I'll
forward. to
I'll
the
make a
city
motion,
council.
we recommend to the city council that they approve the policy as written.
Second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Connect,
Aye.
Commissioner Marchand,
Aye.
Vice Chair Wood,
Aye.
Chairman.
Aye, it passes. Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody for your input today. So we'll go to announcements from the planning commissioners. Commissioner Krieger.
So Santa's coming December 6th, right? Early.
June.
So make sure if you get anyone that's got little kids, get them down the old city hall, 12 to 2 on Saturday the 6th. It's a lot of fun, food, activities, all that. I will, if we do have a meeting on the 10th December, I will not be here because I'll be hopefully at home, not in the hospital, but I'm getting a new knee that day, so I will not be here.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Commissioner Getzel.
Yesterday, I went to a beautiful ceremony at the Veterans Cemetery, but I also yesterday afternoon went to Marina and next to this green space, almost like a city square that they have next to the Brass Tap, they unveiled a probably almost 50-foot long wall of the history of Fort Ord. And so I encourage everybody to go take a look at that. And I would probably be here on the 10th of December for a meeting, but I get back from Germany the night before. So United and the weather cooperating, I would be here.
So you won't be here. Okay, Commissioner Amati.
No announcement.
Commissioner Machi.
No announcement.
Commissioner Panay.
Well, Commissioner Goltz, you're reminding me that we should really be thankful to our veterans for their services and for the liberty that they protect us with their work. So that, and I also wanted to share with you guys, as I teach part-time at CSUMB, I'm aware of all the changes in housing there. And it's interesting, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. CSUMB's been growing. Enrollment was bigger again this fall. And so they didn't have enough houses for all of the students that they typically house on campus. And it's a hardship because all the more of a hardship because of the cost of housing outside campus, though, you know, it's a problem in the CSUs in general. So what they did is that they reshaped a lot of the existing housing facilities from 2 to 3 and then beds, or 3 to 4 beds. They also used some of the housing where faculty and staff are housed, and they asked everybody out that was there kind of under the radar, but not anymore working at CSUMB or engaged with CSUMB. And they freed some spaces there, and they moved some of the students in some of the houses there that were temporarily emptied. So there is an issue there that's been ongoing that they're trying to work around, but it's all in the greater context of all of us trying to create more affordable housing for faculty, for staff, for whomever needs it in our wonderful communities. Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner Wood.
Everyone have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, to all of our veterans, thank you. This was good. This is your first full meeting without training wheels. So thank you for being here. Okay. With that, our next meeting is, with my glasses, I will tell you, it is Wednesday, December 10th at 6 p.m. This meeting's adjourned.
Yes, you're back.